Hello, historians. Welcome to our next topic, the Renaissance. This is our first episode, and it's going to focus on, quite simply, what is it? It's kind of a unique idea. The historians come up with the names for these time periods based off of what they're defined by. Renaissance means rebirth. So it's important to understand what exactly is being reborn during this time periods that historians look back and said this is completely different than the Middle Ages. The Middle Ages, which was defined by death, torture, persecution, large-scale conflicts. The Renaissance isn't anything like that, okay? So what's being reborn? Because that's what that word means. Okay, number one, Greek and Roman ideas. These are brought back to life throughout this time period, and it causes a major change throughout Western Europe. But the rebirth also refers to Europe as a whole. The Black Death is over. People are trading again. People are communicating again. People are traveling. It really is a completely different world compared to what Europe was like during the Middle Ages. So what is the Renaissance? I can understand why young historians get confused about this. This is the way I describe it. You know that feeling when you have your smartphone and it dies? And man, you do everything on there. You tweet, you Snapchat, you message, whatever it is you do on there. And then you have to wait. You got to wait till you get to a charger. And then when you get it to a charger, you got to wait for it to charge. And then all of a sudden you see the screen come back on. That's what the Renaissance is. It is like everything coming back to life and creating this world that you want to be in, this world that you want to be a part of. So if the Middle Ages was a terrible time to be alive, the Renaissance was without a doubt an incredible time to be alive. Some of the greatest pieces of artwork and paintings that were ever made throughout the history of the world comes during this time period. It's about 300 years, from around 1300 CE through about 1600 CE. Sculpture and this understanding of the body becomes so advanced at this point because of other scientific techniques. Inventions like the ideas theorized and hypothesized by Leonardo da Vinci. And it's also a huge period of wealth. This is where the first banking centers are truly created throughout the history of the world, whether it was in Florence or Venice or Milan. The Renaissance really starts in Italy, and then it's going to spread out everywhere throughout Western Europe, and different parts of Europe experience these feelings and these emotions and these ideas at different times. But it all starts in Florence, Italy, the cradle of the Renaissance, where it all begins. It spreads out from there, and it creates an incredible 300-year time period that changes the world forever. This is when the light comes back on for Western Europe.